Now I turn towards my English audience and offer them a hearty salutation or a hearty salam, as we say in Islam as well as in Iran, which is at the same time the name of God, the name of paradise, and it means health, it means security, it means peace, and it means justice. All of them are included in the word salam. So I offer the salam or the salutation of God, not my own salutation, because salutation of God is something tangible. It is not a word. It is not just some sounds. It has a sense. God salutes you by sense rather than by sound. And his salutation reveals itself in three different realms. In the realm of beauty, whatever is beautiful is the salutation of God. In the realm of ethics, whatever is moral and ethical and good is the salutation of God. And in the realm of truth, whatever knowledge and wisdom you can find in the world is a sure sign of God's salutation. And we respond to salutation of God by three different human studies, which is art is response to beauty. We are responding to the salutation of God. And in the realm of ethics, whatever goodness we do is magnanimity, piety, virtue. All of them are salutation or response to the salutation of God. And in the realm of apology, we respond by imitating the salutation of God as he has offered it in the great exhibition of the universe. Islam, the word Islam means submission. Submission to what? Submission to the will of God. Now, how can we receive this will of God? The will of God is descended to us, or comes down to us, or sent forth to us through two prophets, two different kinds of prophets. There is a prophet within, and there is a prophet without. There is a reason within, and there is a reason without. The prophets are our reason, our clarified, unambiguous, healthy reason from without. And our reason, which includes all our sensors, which distinguish between different things. Distinguish between what is injurious and what is healthy. When you are going to eat something, you smell it, you have a like and dislike. Like and dislike is very important. If you like it, it's good. If it is pleasing, it's good. When you are healthy, of course. When you are healthy, whatever is pleasurable is good, because it means that something good is going to enter your body. So when the smell, you like the smell, then it's good. You say, no, I don't like it. It doesn't smell good. So this is our reason. Reason has a wider meaning, not only in the philosophical sense of the word, which is used for arguments and demonstrating things or convincing people. It has a wider sense. It means the common sense, the sensors, all our sensors in the realm of biology and animal level. We distinguish between what is healthy and what is unhealthy. One says you shouldn't drink alcohol because it's no good. God has never banned anything which is good. There is a verse in the Quran, إِنَّمَا حَرَّمَ رَبِّيَ الْفَوَاحِشَ. God has only prohibited those things which are injurious, which are no good, which are clearly bad. Everybody can understand it. It is not anything against your reason. I just tell you that you shouldn't take poison into your body. So in the realm of biology, there is a distinction by our reason, and in the realm of science and philosophy, in the intellectual level of our being, we distinguish between what is true and what is false. You can understand this is true. When I say 2 by 2 is 4, is that right? You would say yes. If A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. Is that true? Yes, it is true. It is not false. So we can understand what is true and what is false. Of course, it has to be developed, this sense, by studies, just like natural plants which need pruning and it need training. But we have the basic idea of false and true. And in the realm of beauty, in the aesthetic realm of fine arts, we can distinguish between what is ugly and what is beautiful. And we prefer beauty to ugliness. And in the realm of ethics, which is most important, and which is at the center of our discussion about Islam, is the ethical realm, the ethical level of our being. And that is to distinguish between what is vice and what is virtue. Everybody knows down deep in his heart what is to be done, what is good to be done, and what is not good. Good is something which we expect other people to do. Good is anything that we are pleased if it is done to us. So it is not difficult to find what is good and what is bad. So what is the mission of prophets without, like Jesus Christ, like Moses and the apostles of God, Ahmad and Muhammad, what they have come for? Because we have a prophet within. Why do we need a prophet without? Because they do 3 services. They help our nature or fitrat or reason or natural reason in 3 different ways. First of all, Quran is zikr. What is zikr? It is repeatedly mentioned in the Quran that Quran is just zikr. Zikrun wa Quranun mubin. In huwa illa zikrun lil alamin. This Quran is nothing but a remembrance, a reminding, something you have forgotten. What is it that we have forgotten? Because we have forgotten that we have had a covenant with God in the day of Alas. According to a verse in the Quran, God gathered all human beings who were born and not born, because all of them were present in front of God, and said, am I not your Lord? Just look at me. Am I not your Lord? I am beautiful. I am good. I am true. Am I not your Lord? And everybody said, yes, of course, yes. And this is called alasto, means am I not? This is referred to in Persian literature as the wine. If you are reminded of that covenant, of the contract you have made with God, then you are beside yourself with joy. That is true intoxication. That is the intoxication which would never leave you. You will never be sober again. There is an anecdote about Churchill. I wish to repeat it here for our friends. That once Winston Churchill was in a party. He had the habit of every now and then, he was a heavy drinker sometimes, and he was heavily drunk. So a lady approached Churchill and said, sir, you are drunk, very drunk, extremely drunk, disgustingly drunk. But Churchill peacefully removed his cigar and said, "Madam, you are ugly, very ugly, extremely ugly, disgustingly ugly, but I'll be sober tomorrow." So what will you do? I'll be sober tomorrow because my being drunk is no problem. So there is a drunkenness when you are sober tomorrow. But in Persian tavern, in the tavern of Persian literature, we have a wine which if you drink, you will never be sober again. That is the wine of remembrance. So Quran is just a remembrance. He has come to remind you, where are you going? Come to me. That's all. That's all the message of the Quran. And that is one name of the Quran. The other name, that's the first service. That is the service which is given by literature, by poetry, by Sufi literature particularly, and by all good literature of the world, is a remembrance, is a reminding, because we have forgotten, we have not only lost the paradise, as Milton says, we have lost the paradise and we have forgotten about the paradise. That is worse, because if you lose the paradise, you will look for it and you will try to find it back again, to regain it. But if you just completely forget about it, you will never go after it. So somebody has to remind you. All the stories in Persian literature as well as in world literature, all great stories are the technology of this remembrance. How it would remind you of the very dear friend we have lost. And secondly, Quran is shafa. It is called fihi shafa'un linnas. It is a healing. It cures your maladies. It's a cure. It is a cure all medicine for all maladies of pride and prejudice and hatred and avarice and all other disorders our soul is suffering now. So the second is shafa, because when you lose your health, you need a physician to bring it back to the normal situation, to the normal position you were before. And thirdly, Quran has been called Huda, Hudan wa Rahmatan lil Mu'minin. It is a guidance as well. So it is a guidance, it is a healing, it is a remembrance, most important of all. So, as Sheikh Mahmud Shabistari says, the Quran has already been written in our heart, in everybody's heart. That's why we believe that Islam is a universal religion. It is not just a religion versus or against other religions. It is on the side of other religions. It is the religion of God, that you have to submit yourself to the will of God, and you have to be reminded of the spirituality of the paradise lost. So, we can sum it up that justice and peace in Islam is at the heart of all the teachings of the Quran. Actually, Quran has been sent down, or all prophets without have been sent down to establish peace in the world, peace and equity and justice in the world. So I hope that we could, by making use, proper use or application of world literature, world classical literature, I don't make any differentiation between Persian literature and English literature and American literature and French literature and Japanese literature. All of them are remembrance. All good literature of the world is a remembrance that you have to submit yourself to beauty, to submit yourself to what is good, and to submit yourself to what is true. And actually, the key word, I would bring it to an end, bring my short abstract to a close, by saying that the key word of all Islamic teaching is the word harmony. What is harmony? What is symmetry? What is balance? What is proportion? What is integration? What is design? What is accord? They all mean one thing, that multiplicity is united to make a unity. That is harmony. So because the source of creation is one, so his oneness is manifested in the whole world, and this oneness in the many is called harmony. If you understand how the world is harmonious, then you are a scientist. If you understand the harmonies of the world and discover them and imitate them, technology is imitation of the harmonies. That I have discovered these harmonies and I imitate these harmonies. So science and philosophy and all technology is just to understand, to discover and to imitate harmony. If you feel the harmonies and express them in a new way, that is art, that is music, that is painting, that is anything which is beautiful. And if you act and behave according to the harmonies, that is ethics, that is religion. Religion is to make yourself in full harmony with the harmonies of the world, in full accord with the harmonies of the world. So I hope that the world would tend towards harmony, and that string which Shakespeare said, don't untune that string, the string of magnanimity, the string of spirituality, the string of actually the string of God. If you untune that string, then everything would be out of tune, and what discord would follow. Thank you.